United States has imposed fresh sanctions on Iran amid the nationwide unrest, targeting the senior Iranian security officials and placing prisons under sanctions as well. We are getting in more information coming in that the U.S. Treasury has also cracked down on Iran's shadow banking network, sanctioning 18 entities as Washington is closely monitoring Tehran's protest crackdown. The crackdown has been extremely brutal, Srinjoy, yes, but it is because of the economic crisis. It is because of the falling currency. And now with more sanctions being imposed on Iran, things are only going to get worse.
Yes, there have been sanctions in the past. Those sanctions continue. And partly as a result of the sanctions, the Iranian economy is not in very good shape. There is very high inflation, as you rightly said. The rial is falling. As far as trade is concerned, the only country that buys a lot of Iranian oil is currently China. As far as India is concerned, India's purchase of Iranian oil is virtually down to zero. India does import some nuts from Iran, and India exports some basmati rice to Iran. But apart from that, there is very little trade with India, because India-Iran trade amounts to about $1 billion, which is not very much. But the whole point is that these additional sanctions could well hurt Iran even more. But the point is, more important is what's happening on the streets, what's happening to the protesters, what is happening as to all the people who were demonstrating. There is talk that there were some executions planned, and those have been postponed. Now, what is going to happen is not clear, because at this point there is considerable pressure on Iran. Iran, of course, has been told by the Americans that, look, we bombed you before. We've hit your nuclear installations, and we could do more. Now, the Israelis have bombed Iran's military installations. But let's not forget that Iran has a fairly strong military. It has ballistic missiles with an intermediate range, which means that it can hit targets in the Gulf. America has a lot of bases in the Gulf. One in Qatar has just been, more Americans have left that base, is what we hear. But the Iranians can hit American bases in the area. The Iranians get to hit Israel. So all that has to be kept in mind. It's a country of 90 million people. Now, what is America going to do? Because America has said, we will not have boots on the ground.
But they have said now, Srinjoy, just to interrupt you there to get this breaking update coming in of what the U.S. has said. Like you mentioned, the U.S. has issued multiple warnings, and in the latest, the U.S. has warned Iran that all options are on the table, and the United States stands by the brave people of Iran. This is what has been said. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations had made this statement. Remember, this comes amid Trump's repeated warnings for Iran. So, Srinjoy, you're talking about the options. Trump has ruled out boots on the ground, but airstrikes have not been ruled out. But going on to say that all options are on the table. What are these options? What could it mean?
Well, there are many options. When you talk about airstrikes, first thing, American aircraft carriers could launch cruise missiles, and they could hit military targets straight off. They could also hit some of their nuclear installations. So cruise missiles is one. Also airstrikes. Once you've taken out the Iranian air defense systems, once you've taken out the radars, then you can hit virtually anything. And you can hit things like power stations. You can hit oil refineries. But if you're going to support the people on the ground who are protesting, those oil refineries, if you hit them, it will hurt the people who are demonstrating. So there has to be a very fine line. And also, let's not forget, the Iranian retaliation will happen. So the war can be wider. It can hurt and affect many, many more people in the Gulf. It can lead to more instability.
Okay, all right. Stay with us. We have more breaking updates.